Okay, so we are live, and I'll just open the assignment.
Oh,
So,
could you send me?
okay, sure, I'll do that.
Sorry, I got. Just give me 1 second. Be right back. Okay.
Okay, so can you start your stopwatch?
Sure. All right, it's going.
Okay, so let's start with you as the driver.
Okay. So
The first step is to open a terminal and clone the repository. Okay, cool. So then you have to move into the Rotten Potatoes folder inside and then run bundle install dash dash without production. So I guess this will install all the gems.
okay.
And the next step is to run bundle execute break db migrate to apply the migrations.
I'm just making an alias for this because it's annoying typing it all the time.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, what was it? Rake?
Bundle break. Sorry, bundle execute break, then db colon migrate. Yep.
Migrate? Okay.
Yep. Yep. And
Yeah, there's this deprecation warning that comes up all the time. I don't know. I'm not sure why this happens, but I saw lots of people complaining about it in the
okay,
forums.
I think it's just a deprecation warning. So for the timing, we can ignore it.
Yeah, I could probably ignore it.
Yep. Then we need to run a set of commands for generating the Cucumber features, directories, or and the RSpec folder. If you look into the GitHub repository of the assignment, you'll see there are three commands listed after the fourth on the fourth step.
The fourth step,
Yep.
you mean the Rails generate stuff?
Yeah, yeah. So I'm not sure if you need to move to the Cucumber directories, like features. I don't understand what he's trying to say. Is it like you have to run these commands inside from inside the features folder and spec folder?
Okay. Yeah, so we don't have the features. We
Okay,
don't
yeah.
have.
So I guess we'll just have to run this from the root directory to create these folders.
I think I'm in root right now, right? Raw potatoes.
Yep. So you just need to run those commands. Yep.
Okay. So
Yep, that
that's
created the features folder.
all right. Cool.
What is training wheels?
That's the thing. Remember the web steps that we had for the last assignment?
Okay, yeah. Okay, got it. Okay,
All right.
so the fifth step is to double check if everything was installed correctly by running the task rspec and cucumber. So rspec runs fine. Okay. So it says migrations are pending.
Mm,
Should we rerun the migrate bundle execute fake db migrate command again, or is it about this parameter rails underscore environment equal to test?
yeah. If you look at part one
Mm-hmm.
where it says rake db test prepare,
Where it says rake db.
rake db test prepare, it's the last sentence. Once the migration is applied, you also have to do rake db test prepare to
Mm,
load the new post migration schema into the test database.
oh yeah, I
Uh,
see it.
so
So
keep
let's
forgetting.
just do that. And now if you run cucumber, it should not complain. Okay, fine.
Okay.
Okay, so I think we are done with part zero, and the next step is to start part one. Add a
Yeah.
directory field to movies. So it says create and apply a migration that adds the director field to the movies table. The director field should be a string containing the name of the movie's director. Use the add column method of active record migration to do this. So I guess we need to do something in DB migrate folder,
Yeah. Uh,
but I guess rather than um, modifying anything in the migrate folder or any migration file, we can generate a new migration automatically from the shell.
oh yeah, yeah, you can. There's a command. I think they had that in the code school. I remember something from code school. Check the docs maybe.
Yep, I'm looking at the docs right now. So
There was a command that, yeah, you're right, it's from the command line that you can run, and you specify the column.
I guess if you see my screen,
Yeah.
it's generate migration,
Oh yeah. Okay.
and
So I just write it like that. Add post, or so we want to call ours director. or
Mm,
sorry.
so it says add column, then table name and column name.
So add column to, so add director to movies.
So if you see this example, it says to add a post ID field to a comments table, run this, which would be generate migration, add underscore director for us. So for us, it would be add underscore director
Right.
uh, underscore to underscore movie
Yeah. Okay. And then I do director string or
director colon string, I guess. Yep. Let me see
okay. Yeah.
the. Uh, mm, yeah, I guess so. Director colon string should work.
Okay.
So
So
generate migration, Rails generate migration, and then you'd say add underscore director. Yep. To move. Uh, should it be movies or movie?
I think movies, but I'm not sure. What was in the example? Was it plural?
It's the singular in the example,
Oh, add director to movie. Hmm.
and then you say director colon string.
So should I do movie?
I think yeah, movie seems fine to me. And then yep. Okay. Yep. So we created a new migration file, if you see, and that migration file should only have the change.
Add column movies. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Okay. So now we need to run this migration.
All right. So just do regdb migrate again.
Mm, yep. Okay. So you see, we have added a column.
Yeah. Is that gonna appear in the migration file?
In the migration file, it will just say that what change you wanted, and in the shell you can see that what it did. It basically added a column in the movies table. So this,
Yeah.
what you have in the shell matches up with what you have in the documentation. If you see my screen,
Right. Yeah.
so add column. The first parameter is table name, then column name, and then type.
Yeah. So is it gonna be updated in a schema or something?
Yeah, it should be. Yeah, I
Yes.
think. Yeah, and you see, the schema also takes care of the version of migration that has been applied.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so now we have to add a director to the list of movie attributes in the define movie params method in movies controller. So maybe you want to open up the movies controller inside app controller and
Um,
movies.
all right. So I just want to put it in the permits part, right?
Yeah, I think so.
And
Okay.
that's it.
Yep. And then we want to do the DB test prepared thing so that our changes are also moved to the test database as well. So right now we have applied the migration to our development database, but not the test one.
DB test prepare, right?
Yeah. Okay. So I guess that was the end of part one.
Okay, that was pretty straightforward. I think we can switch now. There's 30 seconds left, so good time to switch.
Okay. So I'm the driver and you are the navigator.
All right.
So what should I do?
Okay, so now we have cucumber scenarios
Mhm.
that we don't. We had an empty.
Um, Remember to start
What?
your stopwatch again for the next one.
Yeah, I just did.
Okay. Okay. So it says
Yep.
that we have provided three cucumber scenarios, but I don't see anything inside the features folder.
Yeah, I think we have to click on that link, but I can't access it because it's like I don't know, it's banned. I'm getting
Okay, okay, okay. I see. I understand why it might be banned.
I don't really know why Pastebin is banned, but
Pastebin actually, allows you to anonymously share your data. So you can like share any information without revealing your identity, and that might be a security concern for some of the governments.
yeah, it could be.
Okay. So I can access these. I think so. This is just one.
Yeah, it's just one feature file,
Okay.
three
So
scenarios.
okay, yeah, we have three scenarios and one feature file. I'll just copy the content and create a new file.
Sure. Yeah.
And what should I call it?
Search. Sure. Yeah. Search. It's a pretty great name.
So is it feature or features?
I think feature, but check to see if it does the syntax. Yeah, it looks like it's fine.
Okay. So can we run this right now?
Yeah, let's just run cucumber.
At least steps should be pulled up by Cucumber. Yep,
Yeah, it should be.
it does. So it says three
Okay.
scenarios, three undefined, 17 steps, 13 skip, four undefined.
Okay, so we
It
can
also
then.
somehow give us some snippets for implementing the steps.
Oh yeah, that's helpful.
Okay.
So
So
we can look at the first scenario then and try to start doing it the same as the last assignment, I guess.
okay.
So
So
we
but
have, I guess that's creating the table again, or
you know,
creating the entries, I mean.
mm, given the following movies exist, so we'll need to implement that. But this time we don't have movie steps. Just have
Oh
the web
yeah,
steps.
yeah, so let's create a new steps file just to keep it separate from the web step stuff. And call it, I don't know. Yeah, just call it movie steps.
Uh,
I think
yeah.
maybe we can just, because it's the same thing, right? We could probably just paste it, copy paste from the last homework. Just the first part to check
Mm,
that the movie.
Yeah, we could do that, but I'm not sure if that's okay.
That's kosher.
Like, that's not cheating. I'm not sure about that.
Well, that's the previous homework, so which
Okay.
or I mean I don't know how do you do it? It's just it's not hard to do, right? You're just
Yeah, I'll
actually
just.
I don't even remember the syntax. Oh yeah, it's just given. All right. Okay.
So we'll just close
Great.
this, and we have this empty file. And so I'll copy paste
Yeah.
this from terminal and just paste it over here.
Okay. Great. And
And
I think we had to put the hashes. I forget how exactly that goes. Let me just look it up.
so it says table is a cucumber multi-line argument data table. So I'll just do a quick search for that, or we can just simplify these things and just look at the earlier file if you want.
Yeah, we can just look at the earlier file. Uh,
Okay.
I went
Okay.
hashes. Oh yeah. Okay. Hashes.
Dot movie do.
Yeah.
This, and then I don't forget with ending, and I also close this one.
Yeah.
Now we want to create the movie
Right.
like this.
Yeah. I think so.
And now if we run cucumber first, hmm, now it says three scenarios, three.
Can you scroll?
I can't scroll. Maybe I'll just start a new terminal
Yeah.
and
Okay.
not share it with you.
Yeah. I can just see from the
Hangout.
Hangout thing. Yeah.
So, the difference between this assignment and the earlier homework is that in the earlier one, we had the features implemented in the app, but over here we have to both, write the files, write the RSpec test, as well as also implement the functionality as well.
Right.
Okay, so it says when I go to the edit page for Alien, and it complains that it can't find mapping from the edit page for Alien to a path. Now go and add a mapping in features support paths.rb.
Okay. So. Oh yeah. Paths.rb. Oh, okay. So there's a web step or there's a step definition in the web steps for when I go to a particular page.
So it says when I go to the edit page for Alien.
Yeah.
So do we need to implement this using a web step?
Yeah. Um, so I think if you look at if you go to the movies or the websteps.rb file,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a web step that says when I go to, and it
Mm,
captures that whole group.
yep.
So we can put that into into the pass.rp thing.
Mm.
I think that um, so over here the page name, like, so in the first example it's the home page, right? And then it just goes to the like slash the
Root.
root directory.
Yep.
So we can add a case that says when the edit page.
Or you know what? If you see the commented out code,
Yeah.
which says add more mappings here, and it says here is an example that pulls values out of the regular expression, and the example is when something's profile page. So and then it navigates to user profile path, then user dot find by login, and
Right.
so
Oh, and then you can, yeah.
so you see we don't need to use web steps over here. Maybe we can just use the regular expression and the value of the title to go to the edit page of that movie.
Yeah. Um, yeah. So, but where is this? What exactly is page name?
What exactly is?
What, you know that where it says case page name at the
Mm,
top? What is page name?
okay, so it says path to page name, and you are asking what is page name. If you look carefully in the shell, I guess this is the page name that's being sent.
Yeah. So isn't it using that web step when
Mm,
I go to edit page for alien? Like I think it's capturing that whole thing, and then so basically it's passing that whole thing as a string,
okay, and then it's already
and then
using
you
the web step.
again. Yeah. Yeah.
It's already using the web step, but then it's calling the path to method, which is defined over here.
Right. Right. Yeah.
So
This pass,
yeah,
we're basically matching like again, right? Like we're matching the part that says the edit page for, and then whatever movie we captured that movie.
yeah. So our argument would be this portion.
Right. Yeah.
So if we write something like when I don't know, um,
I was
let's just hard code this thing. Maybe can I?
yeah. Let's try that.
So it's actually a regular expression. So why it says is it like beginning of the string character?
Yeah. That's
Hmm. And
so. Yeah, I think that's fine. Just if we put a that should match, and then where does it go? And then we want it to go to the, obviously we want it to go to the edit page for alien. So what's the helper that does that? I think it's like edit movie path or movie edit path. I don't
yeah,
remember. Should we just run with it for
maybe
now?
maybe
Or
we can
oh,
try.
do rate drive.
Yeah, we can do that. Yep. Okay, let me do that. Okay, you already did.
Yeah, I got the exact
Okay,
edit movie path. Yeah,
so edit underscore movie underscore path. Path, and then we do movie dot find by title,
like yeah.
and then we pass on. I'll just use a hard-coded string for now.
Yeah,
Mm, okay,
yeah, yeah.
so
That's
right now, the first failing step should match, should pass,
yeah.
and we need to remove the hard coding. Okay, I didn't see anything.
Forgot.
Okay, so it's 15 minutes over.
Yeah.
Okay, so
All right. So
let's.
we'll switch.
I'll just check if it worked. Yeah. So it says when I go to the edit page for Alien, it works fine. So
Okay.
maybe the first thing we want to do is remove the hard coding.
Okay.
Okay, so you have to use regex and
Um,
use a
where's
capturing.
is it in the features folder?
It's
I'm
in.
just
Okay, did you find it?
yeah, yeah. I found it. Webs.
It's
Oh wait. This.
in the support folder.
Oh, support. Okay. Hats.rb.
Yep. So we need to have a capturing group in. Yep, here.
So use that.
Dot star. Yep, and then use $1 instead of the string, hard-coded string.
Just $1.
Yep. So I'll just quickly run the Cucumber test to check if it
Okay.
works fine. Yep, it's still fine. So the next step is to fix an I fill in director with Ridley Scott. So it says unable to find field director, capybara element not found.
Unable to find fields director.
Uh, so
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
yeah, so because I fill in director with Ridley Scott, so I want to understand what this step is doing. How is this step working? I guess this is going to the web step.
Unable to find. Yeah. So and I fill in director. Yeah. Let's look at the website for that to see what.
I guess in web step field line number 61.
Yeah. Fill in field with value.
Yeah. So and it complains that it doesn't find the field, and I'm not sure how it would find the field because we just modified our model and did not change anything in the view.
Well, what is this fill in method? Where is this fill in method coming from? Is this capybara?
Yeah, I guess so. It should be capybara. If you look at my screen,
Yeah.
it says unable to find field director, capybara element not found.
Okay.
So it's basically complaining that it doesn't find a field with ID or name director in the view because
Oh
that,
yeah, yeah,
yeah. So we did not change anything in the view. So I'm not sure how it's supposed to find.
yeah,
Uh, so I'm just looking at, yeah. If you see the haml or edit.html.haml,
yeah.
we have fields for all of the attributes, but not for the director.
So I can just do director, uh, director,
Hmm. And it should be a text field like in the title.
the text field. Where does it say that? Oh, here, text field, and this should be director.
um
What is this doing? This last one.
I'm not sure, maybe it's just giving an ID to the text field. Would you like to just follow the format for the title, because I think we're basically doing the same thing as
Sure.
character is a string and it's just a text attribute.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so why is the director displayed in yellow, whereas title in the third line is in green?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I've noticed that Hamel has some sort of weird inconsistencies like that in the syntax highlighting. So
Hmm.
I don't think there's something wrong with the syntax. It's just the way that this text editor, the way Cloud9 does the syntax highlighting, there's some sort of inconsistency.
Okay, I just double check both and seems to be fine. You are right. I think there's some issue with this syntax highlighting. Okay, so I think we can run the test again,
Okay.
and I'll do that because of the issue with scrolling. Okay, so it says, and I filled in director with Ridley Scott that passed, and I press update move info that passed. Then the director of Alien should be Ridley Scott. So undefined step, then the director of Alien should be Ridley Scott. I guess we need to implement this step in movie steps.rb.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So I guess there's that thing that I can copy paste at the bottom.
Mm-hmm. Do you see that?
Yeah. All right. So movie steps. So
I can do
here.
that.
Sorry.
I can copy this step for you.
Oh, I already did it.
You did? Okay.
Yeah. So, but I didn't. I pasted in the wrong place. So, there.
Uh,
Okay.
so how do you verify this thing?
Director of dash should be dash. Not sure.
Hmm.
I
So
mean,
I guess if when I press update movie info, if you see the Hamel update movie info is a submit tag, is a submit button,
yes.
and so I guess This would go to the controller, and controller will update the data, and then it will redirect to the show page of that
I
movie.
believe. Yeah.
uh, Either it will redirect to the show page, or it will redirect to the index page. I guess it would be the show page.
I think it's a show page, yeah, by by convention. I think so.
Okay, so but then we need something in the show page.
We need something in the show page. But isn't that? Aren't you looking at the show page?
Yeah, so we need some, some tag to display the director name, just like what we did in the edit edit.html haml. We
All
added a
right.
new.
Yeah. There's no director. Okay.
Mhm. So I'll just take a look at the assignment if it says something.
Okay.
Mhm. Okay, so mm, so I guess it doesn't matter. We can do just that. We can just uh, do director and
Directors at.
movie.director. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So now we have now we have the data in our view. Just need to use this data inside our steps.
Yeah. So we need to check on the page, right?
Yeah, I guess we can do something uh, like what we did in the last assignment.
Yeah. So you using a CSS selector?
Uh,
That we meant, or just checking the whole string of the page?
mm, mhm. Yeah, I think because if you see the structure of our show HTML, we can use a CSS selector um, to find out the movie title and
Okay.
the director, and then expect both of both of them to be equal to argument one and argument two.
Right.
So it's a lengthy process, but we'll just do one step at a time.
Okay.
So first we need to fetch the movie title. There is only one H2 in the haml. So I think if you can grab the H2 tag, text from the H2 tag, and then ignore the part like details about using something like regex.
Okay.
Hmm. So
So do you mean page.body, and then I want to match something on page.body?
do you remember where we used the CSS selector?
Don't remember.
Mhm. Yeah, here it is.
Ah, okay.
Hmm.
So page is, what is page again exactly?
Page page is the page is just the string representation of the HTML.
Oh, right, right. Okay.
Like if you take the entire HTML file and put it inside a string, that would be the page.
Right. Okay.
You know, one of the naive check would be to do something like this,
Yeah. I,
because I
you
guess
think that's?
sorry.
I was just asking you, which way do you think is better?
Obviously, the idea of using CSS selector to fetch the exact data is like it's more foolproof,
Right.
but it's also more difficult.
So there's no way that we can. I mean, I guess doing something like get the third list item is not very. It's not good practice.
Sorry, I didn't get you.
If we said get the third list item,
Mhm.
it's time to switch.
Okay, so if you are saying that if we say get the third list item, it would be very brittle and it would be susceptible to it would
Yeah.
it would be brittle and it would break in the if we make any changes.
Yeah, it'd break too easily.
Okay, so I think then we'll go with the uh, regular expression approach.
I mean, we could just use a CSS selector in a smarter way, maybe. Although, well, how would we do that? I don't know. Is there a way to do that, like without saying third list item?
uh,
Isn't
you
there a
can
tag or something you can
yeah,
put like
you can say
an
the third last child, you can say the last child of the eval,
yeah, last child. That's I think that's probably okay.
or maybe I'm not sure how is this being rendered, or what we can do, we can give it an ID.
Yeah, an ID because the
And
ID where the ID go even if you changed it wherever the ID goes, it's still gonna tag that.
yep. So do you know how should we give a ID?
Yeah, you can just put a hashtag after the li, I think,
um,
and name the ID whatever you want.
like
No, I mean, oh,
like
like
this
the red part.
over here.
Yeah, over there, I think you know how at the top it says details with the hashtag. Isn't that an ID?
No,
What is that?
it's just a pound sign and the movie title. I think
No,
this
no, no.
one is the class
Yeah,
name. Oh, sorry, this one is the ID.
yeah. So I
Yeah.
think that may.
Yep. So if we do something like director, have some space. Why did it break?
Yeah, yeah. This the. I think that should be fine, but it really doesn't like it. I mean, the syntax stuff is really easy to break. Do you want to check the HTML, or should we just to
For
make
that,
sure?
we'll have to run the Rails server.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's skip that for now, and let's see how far we can go, without checking the HTML.
Okay.
Okay, so we have the ID, and if we, how do I fetch ID selector, right?
Yeah.
So, hmm,
find it by ID looks promising.
I don't see it.
Find by ID, it's right there.
Where? Oh, okay. Okay, so find the element on the page given its ID. Okay, so mhm. And the ID would be director.
Yeah.
And
Does
uh,
that,
mhm.
does that give us a string?
No, I guess it would give us an element.
Oh, element. Right.
So I want something. So maybe asset text.
Hmm.
What is type?
I'm not sure. I think type just means CSS, or in our case, we would use CSS.
But we are using ID.
Oh, yeah. So why don't we do something like,
Okay, so I think we can, call assert text on the element itself. It's like
okay,
we have the element over here, and then
yeah,
call assert underscore text, and um, it would be arg2 like this.
okay,
So if you see, I'm just using combining this example
right,
and this one.
okay, yeah, yeah, it looks like it should work.
So, but then we also need to check if we are on the right movie page.
Actually, yeah, we're not checking, we're not, I mean, why are we asserting the arguments too?
Mm,
Like, what we should do is get whatever text is
Mm-hmm.
in the ID director ID.
Mm-hmm.
You need to get that text. So we should use the find method. Um, sorry, no, yeah, you are using the find method. The
Yeah.
elements.
So what we are doing over here is that we are on
Yeah.
the show page, and we are finding that element, that tag, which has a ID of director, and
Okay, so
we're
that's
just
the first part of the test that you want to do, and you want to add the next part after.
yeah, just I want to verify that we are matching with the movie title as well.
Okay, great. Okay.
So if both of them are okay, like the movie title and the director name, both of them are okay, then it would pass. If either of them doesn't match, it would fail.
Uh,
How do I fetch the movie title? I have to fetch it from here.
yeah, that's what I thought that's what you were trying to do.
Yeah. So, but then how do I fetch, like, find by ID won't work. We have to use something like find by tag. I
Yeah.
think
So what if
I think we did.
the
Can we use something like assert selector?
I'm not sure.
So
I mean, a search selector is just checking for a count or a maximum or something like that.
mm,
You know where it's like if you did page.all and you look at all the CSS and you send it let me just paste that in the chat. Like in our case, it would just be
mm,
so I don't know if this gives us a list or what, but we could just take the first element and check if it's equal to
but then this is just finding the element, right?
yeah.
But then we have to verify.
So is this not giving us the title? Oh, this is the
Uh,
director.
yep. So this would give us the element, like the
Right.
tag, and we have to get to the text of that element. So what we're doing right now,
Yeah,
we are
yeah. So
just
fine by is the same thing. Yeah.
yeah.
I mean
But
that's
I guess we need to do something like page dot find by ID,
all right. I see what now.
or maybe not. I'm not sure, but we'll try that out. Uh, so this is fine. I'm thinking about how we can get to the title of the movie.
Yeah. So we need to maybe do actually, yeah. How on earth do we do that?
Yeah, I guess we can use something like we did in our previous assignment.
Um. So if we got the entire row
Mm,
that the director is in, and we get the first child.
I think director is fine.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, so the director, the row is gonna be T. What's the row? TD. I always forget that.
We are in the show.html.haml.
Yeah, sorry, it's UL. So if we go to, oh,
So we have to somehow fetch the movie title, and
all right.
it's
Yeah,
inside the
I was thinking with the index. Yeah, sorry.
yeah. So it's inside the h2 tag, head h2 tag, and maybe
Okay,
if
yeah, sorry. I was totally confused for a second. Now I get it.
mhm. So we say page dot find by tag.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if we can do that.
is find by tag a thing?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to find out. Where did we find by ID?
It is right at finders nodes slash. Let me
Okay,
paste it.
so find by yeah. So I guess we can.
It's time to switch.
Okay, so hmm. So maybe you can do something like this.
I'm not sure I understand what it's doing. It's chaining find.
We don't need to chain. We just need to find. Like we can say page dot find and just have the tag of h2 inside it.
Okay.
So if you see the first example which you pasted in the chat,
Yeah.
page dot all and then css and then
Okay.
a hash person underscore 123. So
Yeah.
it's just finding an anchor tag with an id of person underscore 123.
Yeah.
But we can just ignore the id and just have something like uh,
We just want to.
page dot all and colon css, sorry, and then something like this.
All right. So this is going to give us
The element,
the elements, right?
and then we need to assert text on it.
So assert text, and this should be equal to the
One,
arg
arg1, and I guess you can delete the first line, find by tag, which is not a thing.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so you understand what we are trying or what
Yeah.
we are trying to do.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's save it and run it.
Yeah. I was just confused because I thought that the director element was what we were trying to assert.
Hmm.
And like, but yeah, we needed the title. Like I thought the title was in the director idea.
Okay, okay,
Like, I wasn't thinking properly. Okay. Anyway, yeah. Let's just run the test.
okay. So earlier our this step was failing. It said that undefined step, so it definitely should not say undefined step right now.
Yeah.
And
Whether it passes or fails is still an open question.
I think it will pass. Oh, it doesn't. It says undefined method assert text for capybara element tag h2. Okay.
The text is what?
So it did find the element
Oh yeah,
because you see it correctly points out to the h2 element. Hmm.
yeah. So how do we get the text?
Also, if you see, it says it, it complains in the second step, but not on the first one.
Oh, okay.
So maybe the first one worked fine.
So should we? Well, this page at all, does that give us like an array?
Might be, yep. It might be the problem. So we need to find something which
If we
would.
just use find,
So it says by default if no elements are found, and hmm,
so we could just do a dot first or something. Wouldn't that work? But that would just give us the elements.
mm,
But assert text works on elements, you said, right?
yeah. So if it's just a regular array, we can do something like um, index into it.
Yeah.
Ah, or what you can do? You can use the first finder.
First, what are the arguments?
So it expects a kind, but that's optional, and by default it would be CSS. So I think you can just write page dot find page dot first,
Page dot first.
and then yep, and you can also remove the indexing also. Yep. Okay. So should I run the test again?
Yeah, let's try.
Okay, fine. So we have got our first scenario working.
All right, excellent.
Hmm. So we have to repeat, I guess, the same things. So we need to define the first step, given I am on the details page for the Star Wars. So again, we need to go to paths.rb
Okay.
and do the same thing.
So over here, we want to do another case.
Yep. And the text should be the details page for course movie name. Yep, that's correct.
And uh, what's the path?
Mm, mhm. I have to do rake routes.
Oh, the details page. That's just the show page, I think. So I think it's just movie path.
Okay, yep. Yep. Uh, so I need to run the test again. Okay. So details page is fine, and then it says when I follow find movies with same director.
When I follow, so is that another one we have to implement? Another step definition?
Um,
Oh
it's
wait,
less of a step definition. Uh, more
yeah, that's gonna be some ex.
implementation.
Yeah,
Uh-huh. So we need to have a link in the details or show.html.haml.
right. Okay, so I could put a link maybe here under the
Yep.
description,
Hmm.
and
Like
it's gonna be
the text would be exactly what we have in the it says find movies with same director.
find, oops, find movies with the same director,
Yep.
and then
It should go to where?
that's a good question.
Mm.
What's
Uh,
the same assignment?
uh, let's look at the assignment. It says the second, let's you click a new link on a movie details page, find movies with same director. It shows all movies that share the same director as the displayed movie. For this, you will have to modify the existing show movie view. We have already done that. And you will have to add a route, view, and controller method for find with same director. So
Okay.
would you like to add a route?
Yeah. So should we do that first? Okay. So config routes. Do I put it here?
Um,
Actually, is it getter or what?
it should be a get request. But you know what? I guess I'd like to check the route file from the previous homework
Okay.
because it had some examples also. Nope, not this one. Hmm. So you see, example of name route that can be invoked with a URL.
Yeah.
So I guess we can do something like that.
So if we do movies, ID, and the, like find by what do you call it? Find by director or same director or something, which goes
Mm,
to the controller.
now, should we create a new controller or controller method? We have to create a route, or we have to add a route. We have to create a view and a controller method. So I guess if you just use, have you already? Okay, route to okay. So I think you can just copy this one.
Can you paste it so that I don't have to search?
Okay, okay, sure.
I don't know anything. Thanks.
Okay. I think something went wrong. Hmm. Do you think you can, rephrase this route to match what we need?
Well, what is it that we need?
So products would be movies definitely, and then ID
Move
would be as is, and then for purchase we can do same director.
same director. This will
Hmm.
be movies. And what do we call it? Same director.
Yep, why not?
Do we? What should I do here?
Same director.
So in the link, I can just put in the same director symbol, right?
Mm,
And the V
yeah,
name.
yeah, I guess so.
And but it will require a sense switch.
Okay. Okay, so for the link, we'll have to.
Do we pass it a? We do have to pass it a movie. Yeah, we have to pass it the movie argument.
Okay,
That's
and
the director.
but
We
then
don't
which
want. We want director. I think in the routes, don't we?
in sorry in the routes we have this, and then how do I call it?
Link. I think you usually link to. Oh, right. The path.
Maybe like this.
I think so. Same director. Yeah, I think so. I
Yeah,
don't
I
think we have
think
to put that at the end, right?
let's I think we have reached a point where we should check out the application as well.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Okay, so I'll just open a new terminal. Come on.
Wow, look at all
uh,
those tabs.
okay, so rails s
Yeah. Dash B,
oops dash p
IP, and dash. Oh, no. Okay. P is port and B is IP.
like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we don't have a. Wait, why did that happen?
What just happened?
I'm not sure. Why isn't it finding our controller? Is it? Oh,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. So it's just the home page has not set the default route.
And also we don't have any movies.
Oh yeah, because this is supposed to be the development database.
Mhm. So should I go ahead and create a new one?
Yeah.
We don't have any text field for director.
Oh no. Wait, but why is that? Why is that happening?
Because we didn't modify the view for editing, I guess, or creating new one.
Oh, that was create, right, right.
Yep. Okay. It says undefined method.
Same director, so maybe it's same director path. I
Maybe.
think the as generates the helper. So
Did you change it?
no.
Okay. So I'll change like this,
Yeah. I think
and
that should work because
yeah, it works.
okay.
And if we go into the edit view, we have a text field for director,
Yep.
and if we update it,
I directed the sample movie.
okay. So yeah, and do you see the URL it points to?
What is it supposed to point to? It doesn't have. It's just the show page.
No,
Oh,
the show page is fine. I was trying to
hover
show
over it.
you. So it
Yeah.
points to movies slash fun slash same underscore director.
Okay.
Okay, so now my question is that how would the controller method look like? What kind of method would be the controller? Okay, it would be like same underscore director in movies controller.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so if I can find out the controller and find a same director
Yeah.
method, and we have to create a new view.
Actually, what we should be doing is our drive this stuff.
Uh, Sorry, uh,
Sorry,
your voice.
your voice. Hello.
Yeah, it's fine now.
Yeah, it's fine now. Okay. Yeah. So I was just saying that I think we need to use RSpec to start. We need to start writing tests
Okay.
in RSpec, and then we use that to drive our writing the code for our controllers and models or whatever we need to do. You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So
So how should we do that?
I think in we need to open a new or create a new spec file and
Mm,
call it movies underscore controller underscore spec, I think. Actually, we need to create a controllers directory first. Put that inside it.
inside the spec folder, we need to create a new folder
Folder. I think it should be. Oh, that is just gonna be controllers.
like this,
Yeah,
and
controllers with a plural.
create a new file inside it.
Yeah, and the file's gonna be movie controllers spec. I think .rb. So the folder should be plural controllers, I think. The
Sorry.
name of the folder. The name of the folder, it should be controllers. Okay. And in this file, we need. Do you remember how to do the RSpec file?
Nope.
So we need to do a require at the top. I think maybe we can look at a previous assignment. I mean, or I
Hmm.
did
What
this in
was
the book.
what was the last assignment when we
I
used
used
ASP?
RSpec. I think it wasn't. It was all the way back
Homework
in
two.
the national one. Yeah.
Oh. Hmm.
So does it say anything in the assignment about RSpec? Like what?
So
Yeah. So
maybe.
it says in the thing it says remember to include the line require Rails helper at the top of the spec.rb files. You look at the homework page.
Require Rails underscore helper.
Yeah.
We did not use RSpec with any of the Rails.
With the new Rails helpers.
With the in the Rails homework, we didn't use RSpec in any of the Rails homework.
In this, yeah, any of the Rails homework, right? Yeah, we did. So describe movies controller. It's gonna be cap. Oh, yeah, I guess that
No,
works.
I this should be a string.
No, I think it's just because this is the class name, so it's just movies controller, the same way it's written in as a class.
Mm.
Because I mean, the next describe block is going to be a string, but for this, we're using the actual class name.
Mm. Okay, but
That's
but is the class name movies underscore controller?
it's capital M, capital C. It should be in that. Yeah, so just like that. Yeah. And do. So I think we can. What should we call it in the string?
So for that, we have to understand first what we.
Are trying to do, yeah.
Yep.
So we're trying to go to the. We're trying. So we follow a link that says find.
Yeah,
What happens after?
for now, we just have to test, this method.
Yeah.
Only the same director method.
Yeah.
Mm. So what happens when you don't pass an ID or pass a, you know, input? Like
If we
if,
don't pass
yeah,
input to what?
like the same director, it will receive a parameter in the form of this ID. Like the params hash should have have an ID parameter, just like
Right.
in the show method. So what happens if you don't pass an ID? Like ID is equal to nil. Should it throw an exception, or is
Um,
that never possible?
I don't I don't think the idea is ever going to be no, right? Because I mean you're always clicking on otherwise
Mm-hmm.
like you're always clicking on a link that has some
Yeah, right.
is coming from.
Mhm. So, and then if you say that it will always have an ID, then also if you want to find that movie by that ID, it will always work.
Yeah, yeah, I think so.
But
Oh wait, no. Um, I mean,
let's let's
yeah, actually,
let's think about the happy parts first, and then we can think about this negative edge cases.
yeah. Let's do the happy patch first. So actually, when we go to the homework page, the assignment page, I
Mm-hmm.
think it talks about a couple of tests.
Sorry, at the top.
Oh, it's time to switch.
Okay.
So I was just saying that there's a few tests that we need to make sure that we have,
Mm-hmm.
and it mentions that, right?
Where?
Like in the third paragraph in the bullet points.
Okay. So it says a model method in the movie model to find movies whose director matches that of the current movie. Note this implies that you should write at least two specs for your controller. When the specified movie has a director, it should, and when the specified movies has no director, it should. And two for your model, it should find movies by the same director, and it should not find movies by different directors.
Mm.
So
So I wanna write something in the string for the sort of like the main context. Should we say that when the movie has a director
yep,
like at the
that's
top?
yeah, that sounds good.
So how would I write that? Would I write that in the sorry? Let me just where's the spec file? I can't find the spec file. Everything. Oh, there it is.
Okay, so you can just write movie has a director and put an end block. Okay, so what should be the test?
Movie has a director. It should I don't know.
Return an array, set a variable, set
Oh
an
yeah,
instance.
okay. It should set a variable. Yeah, that's good. Although, is there something we could do before that? Like, how do we check for the existence of? Oh, you know what? So yeah, this is something that I was reading in the book as well.
Mhm.
And if you remember about like the stubs and the mocks and all of that stuff,
Yeah.
so I
So
think in order to check that, it's easier if you use a bunch of free stuff,
yeah, but
and we can just think. Yeah,
I'm
me
not
neither.
I I remember the lecturer having mentioned something about setting instance variables for methods and a way to verify those things,
Right, right, yeah,
but I don't
yeah.
remember it on top of my head.
So I think one thing that I remembered what he did in the lecture is that he tried to call. He tried to actually. Let's just think about like what we want to happen. So when it goes to the controller,
Mm-hmm.
the same director controller, we want to only show the movie with that same director, right?
Yep,
So I mean, I don't really like because the active record already has a method for that, like find by director.
you're right. Actually, you know what? We are just testing the movie's controller method at this point, and
Yeah.
the thing which you said, it belongs to the model, because if you see the text of the description of the assignment, it says
Mhm.
this implies that you should write at least two specs for your controller and two for your model.
Oh. Oh, right. Yeah. So right now we're writing the specs for the model only. Yeah.
But we
Okay.
are
So
controller right now. We are in the we are describing movies controller, right?
yeah.
So I guess it should call some method in from the model. Wait,
It's some method.
yeah, that's fine. That's fine for now. We
We can.
can, at least for us, it will be clear.
Okay.
And
So
I
we
we need to use some stubs for this.
yeah we need to use a stub. So how do we do that? I
I really don't remember the syntax, so maybe just write down the ideas for now, and we can check out the syntax and then complete it later. So
okay. So let me.
it should call call some method from the model, and it should call that method with the director name, right? Yeah, you were doing it right. You can just put comments so that we know what we want to do and
Okay.
worry
So we
about.
have the movie controller, the movie active record object,
Yeah,
and we
it
want to
should.
call
mm
for search by director. This is going to
yeah,
be a method model,
yeah, right.
and I'm going to pass it
The director.
the director. Right? So what's that going to be like?
Uh,
Should I just put in some string?
yeah,
Like what was one of the directors? George Lucas, I think.
I think it was you.
Oh yeah. Okay,
Okay.
so
So basically, what we want our movies controller method to do is call a method which is defined in the model with the director name, right?
yeah,
So if I remember correctly, for this week's lecture, they discussed implementing a stub where
yeah, yeah,
even if you don't have that method defined, it's possible to intercept and verify that it it gets it gets called from the controller.
yeah. Okay, I remember now. So expect movie to receive
Okay. Search
No,
by
no,
director.
no. Yeah. Search by director. Right?
Yep.
And then, so how do I actually do that from RSpec? Like,
Mm.
do I do a post?
Mm. I think you do a get because our route was a get route.
But how do
But
you, how,
really, we can um, implement it later. Just right
yeah,
now,
you're right.
yeah. Because I'm
You're
really
right.
sketchy about the syntax and the structure. I just want to
Yeah,
have the ideas noted down, and then maybe tomorrow we can work on the implementation.
yeah, yeah, sure. So how would the get thing work?
Um,
It was, what was the controller, what was the path for the
mm,
search bar?
Search by director path. It's in the show view, I guess. Same underscore director underscore path.
Oops. Is that all I need for get?
Mm, I'm not sure. Do you want to pass in the maybe movie? Yeah, that's what I was saying, Zach. Let's
Yeah,
skip,
yeah, I
skip
think
that.
we'll just call it for the night
Yeah, and then
because, well, yeah, I was just gonna say because we can't. I mean, you can stop the broadcast.
okay.